Okay, let's start with the jumper's run. So first thing right off the bat here, because you take a lateral position, which is fine, you've opened up the other tunnel option for the dog. So if we take a look at the dog's position here, there's no guarantee that the dog is going to move forward. Okay. So in your mind, you've lined the dog up this way, you're looking this way, and to you everything points at it. But to me, I see a dog that can swivel its head and release in any of these directions. And because of your position, it's just as likely that the dog can come here as here. So if I'm going to be very lateral, I would move up closer to the tunnel. And then you can move actually toward this tunnel exit and stick your left hand out. So face the way you're facing, left hand out, but change your position from here to here, and your position alone will remove this thread of the tunnel because the dog would have to cut behind you to get it. Right here, the dog gets to go in front. All right, let's take a look here. Very tough front cross. And so I think the position of the front cross is not great. So we want to go from this wing to this wing and draw a line there. And so what happens is by the time you finish the front cross, you're on the outside of that line. Like you're over here as opposed to somewhere on the line. And so it's going to be permissive to the dog to jump wide. So the first thing I want to do is get the dog putting in a closer stride, maybe somewhere over here. And so to do that, I can't go directly in a front cross. I need to do a decel first. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to stop. You're here now. I'm going to stop over here somewhere. And let's see, that would be right about here. So here I'm going to dead stop. That's going to make the dog take it. Let me draw this better. One. And here's the extra stride, and they'll start to turn because this looks like a wrap. And then I come in and front cross on the line. So hopefully that makes sense. So some of these just straight front crosses we want to change to decel plus a front cross. So decel front cross combinations. Okay, same thing here. It's very difficult to time front crosses here. So we don't want a front cross. Basically, we want to we don't want to guess in the way that you're guessing, right? You're trying to say, okay, if this jump is here, this jump is here, and there's an off-course jump here. Now we're looking at a course map. So let's say we're looking top down at a course map, and we want the dog to do this. As the handler, you're thinking, okay, I'm going to come here, and right when I'm in the perfect spot, then I'm going to front cross. Right? And we're guessing, like, is the dog ready to turn here? Is the dog ready to turn here? Do I have to wait till they get all the way over here? Like, we don't really know. So this is not a good strategy. The best strategy is to pretend we want the dog to do this and do our front cross that way. So what we do is we go in, front cross right away, and head for that jump. So this does an interesting thing. Our right hand is sticking out, so the dog is coming this way, and they're going to take the jump the wrong way. So we don't want them to do that. They're on our right arm, so what do? We switch to the left arm, and we throttle this jump. So what happens is the dog's path ends up looking more like this. We've done our front cross. We're headed in this direction. They're trying to come in, and it looks like they may go this way, but once we put the throttle arm, they know to come this way. Because now we have that situation where we're approaching this jump as a choice. It can go this way or this way. And the throttle arm is going to pull them the way we want. All right, does that make sense? So right here, as the handler, I'm going to front cross right here by the triple and run this way with my right hand out. So the dog's going to jump the triple and fight to get on my right arm and approach this jump. But now as the handler, I'm already on the other side of this jump, and I have already used my throttle arm. So the dog comes in this way. Does that make sense? But now it turns out the dog was going to do this and not throttle and head in this direction. So I don't want to use the throttle there anyway. So this should be handled without a front cross. This should just be a backside. This is just a backside. So handler here, and then comes this way. In order to prevent the dog from going off course, you need a flappy tappy or a bypass cue. So they ignore this jump and stay with you so they can go to the backside of this one. So this should be handled as a backside. So this will be a backside followed by a rear cross. So backside, dog comes in this way, and you rear cross. If you want to stay on the inside without rear crossing so that you can run on this side, then this is a backside blind. So you go like this and then you blind in through here. Backside blind combination. So you need to add that. That takes a lot of familiarity with each other, so it takes work to do that. These are all tough lines here. Here you're accelerating the dog over. You can see there's no decel until the dog is almost landing. So again, we got to catch the dog on takeoff. On takeoff, we need to be stopped right here, dead stop. And then we'll get the kind of turns that we want. All right. Great job there. So we want to add a backside blind to our handling. For this specific situation, because of what came next, you can ignore the other stuff about throttle handling. That's a pretty advanced discussion there that you're probably not going to need too much. You mentioned a bar. Let me see that bar. Was it early? I don't see a bar. Yeah, I don't see a bar anywhere on this run. Oh, there it is. Okay. 1, 2. This is a tail knot. You can see it right here. The tail just happens to be down. I don't think this is, yep, both feet are tucked, so it's not the feet. This is a true tail knock. Yeah, just unfortunate.